He's gonna be execute him.
Shotgun.
Ooh.
I didn't think anyone used projectile weapons anymore.
Well, they don't now.
Indeed. They're gonna die.
Delta, they're using mines, remember. Only motion sets them off. We'll need to crouch underneath.
I love how that played out too.
to advance closer
There's
to
explosions to
the
the left, instead of it's like affecting their momentum to fly to the right, they just like pop up and fall over.
Indeed.
I love that classic,
Were that nostalgic?
just like insta ragdoll, like old video game.
Yeah, it's pretty,
thing.
pretty epic. Yeah, so if you recognize that the design of that shotgun, they use that in Clone Wars for a couple of different things. Just like random bounty hunters and stuff use it.
Oh yeah,
I think I pointed that out when we watched Clone Wars together.
yeah, I think you did. Now that
Just a quick slice.
you mention
I wish
it.
Fixer were here. This is his specialty. Good. It looks like we have records of everything that's happened since the ship went offline.
So they were using projectile weapons.
Yes, these are, well, no. What did he say? An energy weapon that looks like a slug thrower? So it is technically not a shotgun. Like, in the sense of, like, a real shotgun, like a modern, like an actual Earth shotgun. It is a projectile weapon of some sort. Or an energy weapon of some sort, I mean. Not projectile. Woo, boy! Son of a bitch.
Do you get kicked out of that if you take damage, or you just don't?
No,
want
I didn't want to take the
Yeah.
thermal
Grenades.
detonator
Oh
to
yeah.
the face. Which I still did anyways.
The thermal Nancy.
Thermal Nancy. Is that what we're going to call thermal detonators now? Thermal Nancys?
Since along the retreat, here's something hot.
That's what they're named after. Was the inventor's name was Thermal Nancy.
It's the full name. Thermal Nancy. Nancy was the last name.
Yeah. Now I think about it.
This is an interesting canon we have going on this episode.
Yes. We're expanding the Star Wars lore.
Mm-hmm.
We have to rebuild after the great legending.
Yeah, after Disney destroyed everything.
Yeah,
Papa Lucas gave me permission to make everything that I say canon, so.
that is true. You are personal friends with him.
Indeed.
The defensive turrets are active. At least they're on our side for now. If the lizards know how to slice the
I want to hear
control
Psychic
console, this could
Hubble's
fall apart in a hurry.
George Lucas impression.
Indeed.
Has he done that before?
Probably.
I feel like he has.
I think so.
One of the deluxe models. Come to save us with your
No, he's just talking. Oh, did I end it? Oops.
Well, if you were soft
Well,
locked here.
the next line is, this deluxe model is the only thing standing between you and a bloody death, so you best show some respect, Trooper. Yes, sir. What are your orders? Lock this corridor down, I think this was something like that.
So he actually survives?
Yeah, canon. Well, for a little while at least. I don't know if the Trandoshans come and kill him later. Probably, honestly.
There are a lot of Trandoshans.
Indeed.
Where do you think you're going?
That was complete overkill, but I really don't care.
It was worth.
Indeed.
You ever hear about the Jedi who predicted that Count Dooku was gonna fall to the Sith?
No.
I forget which one it was. It was like the more Asian-looking dude.
The more Asian-looking dude.
Yeah. He might have only been in Legends.
Maybe.
Delta squad coming. Are you receiving?
You don't remember the name at all?
No, yeah. I can't. It's removed from my processes. No, I don't know.
Removed from the Goiter Collective?
He was only
Second set of turrets
glancingly
is
mentioned in a video I was watching.
I
Yeah.
So.
can use them to cover my back.
I also learned about this one lady. Actually, now that I think about it, most of the times that Vader got beaten by Jedi, it was because he was trying to make an apprentice. Which is basically the reason a Sith always loses.
Yeah.
Because everyone knew about... Even in the latest movie, everyone knew where Palpatine was because Kylo Ren knew. And Kylo Ren turned to the good side.
Yeah.
And he was also trying to get Ren there the whole time. Wait, what's her name?
Ray.
Ray, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get Ray there the whole time. Like, basically, behind the scenes for... Well, actually, even before the movies, as we found out.
Yeah.
And if he wasn't trying to do that, no. But with Vader, he got beaten by Starkiller twice.
Mm-hmm.
I hope this flight recorder data gives us a clue as to
And
how
he also got
this
beaten by this
was
lady who had this Sith
located.
artifact who could turn living beings around her into, like, these mutant zombie things that would obey her will.
Excellent.
But she didn't want to use it because it was horrible and a Sith artifact, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But she knew she had to use it to defeat Vader so that he wouldn't have it.
Uh-huh.
So he actually retreated.
Countess, if you can read me, I'm headed for the rendezvous point.
And of course Obi-Wan beat Vader,
Indeed.
if you consider Anakin that.
Well, yeah, he was Vader at that point.
Yeah. And then Luke, of course.
Get over here.
So Obi-Wan doesn't count as an apprentice.
Indeed.
But Luke kinda does, because he was like, join me, Luke. Luke's like, nah.
Nah, brah.
So 4 out of 5 were
I'm in the starboard landing gear section.
prospective.
Prospective prostitutes.
Yeah. His own son.
Exactly.
What a mess.
Well then.
Bastard turrets.
Oh, there was another time that some Jedi beat up Vader, but it's because he tried to take on like 10 of them at a time. And he was only able to kill 7 of them without help.
Only 7.
Yeah. Dude. Granted, they were pacifists, so none of them had lightsabers.
Ah.
So they beat him by throwing rocks at him. Like in the last Airbender movie.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen the last Airbender movie. Probably a good thing.
Well, it's the infamous scene where there's like 20 Earthbenders.
Oh yeah, and they
they're
only
moving
throw a couple
pebble.
of rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like. Well, in the expanded or in the the new canon, they make Vader like the ultimate badass. Like,
Yeah.
so I watched a Game 3 video recently that was about the science of how strong Vader is in the Force in terms of a demonstrable act. So in
It was actual game theory?
yeah, it was Game Theory.
Ah.
Spoilers: Darth Vader is in Jedi Fallen Order. So there's something
Ah.
I can say what he did. So there's
All of those improvised explosive devices. Those bloody
the Inquisitor base is like underwater, and so to escape from Vader, Cal, who's the main character in Fallen Order, like blows a hole through the glass, and then Vader has to hold all the water at bay. And so Austin had made the video on Game Theory about how much weight was being put on Vader at that time, and how much weight he was holding back using just the Force.
Yeah.
And it was like some insane amount of effort would be required to do that.
Ah.
So check that dude out. He's got stuff.
That makes.
But yeah, so it was like demonstrably
Don't worry.
insane,
I'll wait for you.
Yeah.
just the amount of weight that takes, and like he had to use his full concentration, of course, to hold the water back.
Like when Yoda had to use all of his Force strength to smooth that ship or something like that.
To schmoove that ship.
I hope
Smooth
Scott's made
it.
it to the port down the
He's
course.
schmoovin'.
That makes sense why I didn't see them, because I only watched the main series.
Yeah.
Game Theory ones
No
usually.
hmm
Keep your eyes open.
But yeah, I'm not surprised, because in all the stuff I've been reading about Legends, how he took down like entire planets of armies and stuff on his own.
Yeah. And then when he had to make his own lightsaber as a Sith, the Sith tradition is that you have to kill a Jedi with your bare hands, basically, with no lightsaber, and take their lightsaber crystal, and then you bleed the crystal.
I wonder who Palpatine killed.
Be advised.
That's a good question. He had to kill
Wait.
at least 2
Watch your
Jedi
bushes.
because he had 2 lightsabers in Clone Wars.
That's true. Who did Darth Vader kill?
I forget his name, but it was a Jedi who had been exiled,
Ah.
which is why he wasn't killed in the Purge.
Yeah, I was reading, or, you know, well, not reading, I was watching a video on, One Legend's story, where it was Vader, Palpatine, and 2 Imperial Guards, and they were on, is it Kashyyyk? I feel like that's not right. The one where the Twi'leks are on.
Ryloth?
Yeah, Ryloth.
Nasty.
And apparently there's these big crazy bug things on Ryloth. And there's like swarms of them. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This was in a book, Lords of the Sith. I read that book.
Okay, yeah.
It was a good book. It was really cool. Because it was fun to just see Palpatine and Vader being badasses.
Yeah, because they just took on like...
Yeah, they demolished like all this shit together.
Yeah. And apparently by the end, Darth Vader was starting to get worn out, but Palpatine was just like having a good old time and like dancing around
Yeah.
and killing stuff.
Indeed.
Which is funny because he looks so frail, but apparently when you're that strong in the Force, it's like it just empowers your whole body where like it's just easy to move
Mm-hmm.
and fight for that long.
Indeed.
It's not just like Force powers, it empowers your body.
You ready
as
for an
well.
Easter egg, bruh?
Oh,
Check it out.
An elegant weapon for a more civilized time, huh? Well, guess
what?
what?
Is that a lightsaber?
Yeah! But you can't pick it up.
Oh no. I'll have to send you to the gulag then.
Indeed. Did you see what, or did you hear what Boss said?
No, what did he say?
An elegant weapon for a more civilized time. Well, guess what? Times have changed. Because if you recall, when Obi-Wan gave Luke Anakin's lightsaber, he said, an elegant weapon for a more civilized time.
Yeah.
In A New Hope.